Alright, so today we're going to be doing NBA predictions. Oops, I already saw the first one probably, but yeah, the first one I predict is the Lakers winning the Timberwolves because of the Timberwolves losing Gobert, Nas Reed, Jaden McDaniels, the final few games, which is saddening for them. They're really important parts, and they won't be here for at least the Rudy Gobert might be able to play the second game, but the rest of them will not be able to. So Minnesota will probably lose to the Lakers because there's not really many people to guard Anthony Davis except for Cat, but Cat is not really known for being a good defender, although there was a stat that said that Anthony Davis only shot like 37% when guarded by Cat. But LeBron might be able to feast as well. Although Anthony Edwards will go crazy, there will be a great duo, but I think LeBron will win. Next, we got the New Orleans Pelicans versus the OKC Thunder. I got New Orleans winning because New Orleans has been very good recently, besides that game that they lost. Brandon Ingram looks very good, and I don't see OKC, although they have underrated experience with Shea being in 2 playoff series, also Dort being in a playoff series in the bubble. I feel like their inexperience from the other players will show. For the other side, I got the Bulls winning the Raptors because although the Raptors are really good at home, I feel like DeMar or Zach LaVine or Vucevic is going to pop off. And the Raptors, sometimes their defense is really good. Their trap defense, but sometimes it's not. So I feel like it's not going to be good if the Bulls deploy that defense. So yeah. Next we got Heat winning the Hawks. The Heat have been good, but the Hawks have also been pretty decent. But I think the Heat will win because the Heat are just better, and like Jimmy Butler is gonna go off. Trae Young was guarded well by the Heat last year, and this time it won't be any different. Trae Young also lost a shooter, Kevin Huerter. There's not really many shooters on the team, so yeah, I think the Heat got this one in the bag. Alright, let's go on to the conference finals. I mean, the playoffs. My new predictions for the NBA playoffs. So, right now we got the Timberwolves being 8th. I have them winning the Pelicans. And I have the Hawks winning the Bulls because the Timberwolves are, like, they're a pretty good team, even though and Rudy Gobert will come back. I don't see anyone guarding Cat. They do have a pretty good defender in Herb Jones who will guard Anthony Edwards, but yeah. And also, I see the Timberwolves as having a big, like, wanting revenge after all the stuff people said to them, clowning them. And Pelicans, like, they lost to the Timberwolves in a really big game, and Timberwolves can repeat that. And then for the Hawks and Bulls, Hawks are a really good team, and I believe they can maybe beat the Bulls, but the Bulls have a pretty good chance to win too as well. Whatever the team is, the Bucks will probably win. So yeah. I got the Alright, so I got the for the first round series, um I got the Nuggets winning the Timberwolves in 5. Because the Nuggets are a pretty good team right now, so it's not much to do. I mean, the Timberwolves can probably make it to like 6 games. It'll be a pretty decent series, but Jokic is just, I don't know who will guard Jokic. Gobert maybe, but then the Nuggets have really good depth, and the loss of Jaden McDaniels really hurts them with shooters like Michael Porter Jr. and Aaron Gordon. Next, I got the Phoenix Suns winning the Clippers in a hard 7 games. The Phoenix Suns have the crazy big 3 and 8 in. Although they have not much depth, The Clippers will be without Paul George for the first few games at least, maybe even the whole series. So that's hurting the Clippers bad. Kawhi will go really good, but Clippers don't really have that second star, and the Suns do. They got Devin Booker and Kevin Durant together. The Clippers only got Kawhi. Westbrook maybe, but he is past his prime. He's still pretty good though. But Suns in 7. Next, I got the Grizzlies winning in 6 versus the Lakers. Now, a lot of people thinking the Lakers will win. I am going to say no. I don't see a player that will guard Ja Morant well on the Lakers. They have a pretty good defense, but I don't know who is going to guard Ja. I also do not see them, like, LeBron is going to be tough versus Dylan Brooks and AD versus Jaren Jackson Jr. It will be a very fun competitive series, but I see the Grizzlies winning. Final series, I got the Warriors winning the Kings in 7. Now this could also be the Kings winning the Warriors, but I believe the Warriors can win if they take one game on the road, which is really key because the Kings probably have the best home court, have not made it to the playoffs 17 years. Crowd will be going crazy. You all know the Warriors are horrible in the road, so if the Warriors win on the road one time, I believe they can win the whole series because they're a pretty good home team as well, the Warriors. And yeah. Next to the Eastern Conference, I got the Milwaukee Bucks pretty easily beating the Atlanta Hawks in maybe 5 games. Or they can push it to 6, but 5. Because, I don't see Atlanta even being close to guarding Giannis or other players, and Atlanta's pretty decent, but Trae Young could be easily guarded by Jrue Holiday, and they're really good defenders, so yeah, Hawks is gonna lose that one. Next, I got the Cavs winning the Bucks. The Cavs winning the Knicks, my bad. Cavs are in 7. The Cavs are gonna win because, Julius Randle has been really bad in his first playoff series, and Jalen Brunson was pretty good though. But I feel like Evan Mobley, Jared Allen can do a pretty good job defensively on Julius Randle. But this is much different in 2021. The Knicks have improved a lot, and they're hungry to win. But I still think that Donovan Mitchell is going to go crazy. He usually is a playoff beast, and the Cavs just overall have a really good lineup. Next, Celtics winning the Heat in 6. Now this is going to be a very tough matchup as well. Most of these first rounds are going to be, most of the series in general are going to be tough matchups. The only one is like the Bucks Hawks. I feel like that's pretty easy for the Bucks. The Celtics will win the Heat. Last year they did. This year they gotten better. The Heat have gotten a little worse. Now we all know about the playoffs, but regular season they have. So I feel like the Celtics can win this one. Jason Tatum has improved. Jaylen Brown has also been doing very well. And I see a lot of good defenders on the Celtics that can guard Butler and Adebayo. Alright, next, finally we got the Sixers beating the Nets in 5 games. So the Nets are pretty carried by Kyrie and KD record before they got traded. So right now it's just like a fun Nets. It's like the 2019 series. The Nets with D'Angelo Russell, Spencer Dinwiddie, and stuff like that. They could take a game for the Sixers, but they're going to be a fun team. Mikal Bridges has been looking absolutely crazy, but I don't see them being able to defend James Harden or Joel Embiid that much, although they do have Claxton, who's a really good defender, but I still think Joel will do very well in this series. And yeah, the Sixers just have more firepower than the Nets. Let's go to the next round. We got the Suns winning the Nuggets in 7 games. I'm sorry about stuttering. My screen is kind of broken, so I can't sometimes see where I'm at. But the Suns will win the Nuggets in 7. The Nuggets are very good. I don't know how they can defend, how the Suns can defend Jokic, but I don't see the Nuggets even containing Kevin Durant, Devin Booker, or Chris Paul. Chris Paul had his best series against the Nuggets, like one of his best, in 2021. The Nuggets defense is pretty bad. Chris Paul can feast, Devin Booker can feast, Kevin Durant can feast. I feel like it's too much offense to combat with the Nuggets offense, as the Suns have an alright defense, like better than the Nuggets. Next, I got the Grizzlies winning the Warriors, which is a huge surprise. The Warriors have a really good chance to win, but last year it went to 6 games without Ja Morant. This year, I feel like they got the heat. Draymond, Dylan Brooks beef, Ja Morant. I don't know who will guard him. Maybe Clay. Clay is pretty good at defense, although he's taking a step back after his 2 major injuries. But also, it's going to be really hard for Memphis to guard Steph, and Clay and Wiggs is coming back. It's a tough 7-game series, but I got the Memphis Grizzlies. Next, I got the Milwaukee Bucks winning in 6 games versus the Cavaliers. Now, the Milwaukee Bucks are a very good team. The Cavs too, but Cavs are kind of inexperienced. The Bucks have a lot of experience. They do have a pretty good defense on Giannis, but I feel like it's not going to be enough, as we have seen Donovan Mitchell's teams sometimes cannot make it far. He hasn't made it to the conference finals yet, and I feel like the Bucks are just too talented and will beat the Cavs. Next, I got the Celtics winning the Sixers in 7. Now, this is a really tough series because Sixers are really good, Celtics are really good, but I'm looking at the stars right now. Joel Embiid, he's gonna have a really good series. Robert Williams is gonna guard him though. It's gonna be a little tougher for Joel. Robert Williams, one of the best defenders in the league, and James Harden choked hard last year, where they lost to the Heat in 6. James Harden was horrible. He has been horrible usually in the playoffs. So I feel like the Celtics will win off of that, because Jaylen Brown was pretty decent in the final. Tatum was pretty good besides in the finals, but yeah. And the Celtics improved with Malcolm Brogdon, although the Sixers did improve with PJ Tucker. I feel like the Celtics will win. Next, I got the Phoenix Suns in the finals, beating the Memphis Grizzlies in a pretty solid 6-game series. Now, the Suns, I just feel like have too much firepower, and although they won't be able to guard Ja, I don't think the Grizzlies will be able to guard Kevin Durant, it's going to be a tough series, but I feel like the experience that the Suns have will lead them back to the finals versus the Milwaukee Bucks, a rematch. The Bucks will win in 7, avenging their series from last year where they lost in 7. The Bucks have been really good this whole year, best team in the league record-wise, and I feel like that won't change. They have a really good defense. Giannis will feast versus the Celtics defense, although they have been pretty good in defense. Al Horford was pretty good. Robert Williams was decent on Giannis. But this time, the addition of Chris Middleton, if he's healthy, would be able to help. Because last time they didn't have Chris, and they still took it to 7. This time they have Chris. The Celtics improved a lot. This is so hard. Most of the series, it can go any side. So, yeah. But the Bucks will win. And then finally, I have the Phoenix Suns winning the whole series in 7 games. Phoenix will win. Because now, they don't have any for Giannis. But they took them to 6 games, up 2-0 in the finals before. And now they added one of the best players in the league, Kevin Durant, to their team, who's not bad on defense himself. And I feel like this team can win if they do really well on offense and they have a decent enough defense to guard the Bucks. They will win in 7. That's basically it. Thank you guys for watching. We're out.